Hi everyone, I've got myself snuggled up in front of the fire, ready to write my suspense story. So, I've got my plan set out, just like we talk about in school, making sure that's open with all of our ideas to follow. Okay, I've put the date at the top and the learning objective, and then I've put my new title, The Cave. Okay, because now we're changing our story to be about a character sneaking off and going to a cave. Okay, so I've started my story by setting the scene of my character sneaking away, just like Lara snuck out of the house in the middle of the night. So this is the first paragraph I've got. As quickly as he could, James crept off down the beach. His parents were napping in the warm midday sun, so he knew he could sneak off to the caves in the distance. He wouldn't be away for too long. Then they could go for an ice cream or a play in the amusements. Okay, so I've based it really strongly on the structure from the manor house. I've used my ideas here. Okay. I haven't ended up using any of my toolkit features in this paragraph, but it's really good that they're there because I might be able to use them further on in my story. So, I've got a fronted adverbial here telling me how James did something, and I've got a fronted adverbial here telling me when James did something, just like when we were doing our grammar work last week using lots of different types of fronted adverbial. Okay, I've got some different conjunctions in there, so okay, to link my ideas together, and or to show a contrast in my ideas. Pause the video now and have a go at writing your opening to make sure it's the same structure as the Lara story. You can use my ideas to help you, but don't forget to use your own ideas from your plan. Okay, so you should have now done your first paragraph, and we're moving on to the second paragraph, which will be the last one that we do for today. So, okay, in the original story, our main character goes to a scary setting, and that means Lara enters the woods. Okay, in my story, it's going to be that James goes to the caves. Okay, so what I've written is, quickly but nervously, James walked on the soft, damp sand. His heart twanged like an elastic band as he got closer to the caves. When he reached the caves, he paused, trying to remember which one he'd been in when he saw it. Cautiously, James entered the cave on the left. Inside, the cave was dark and cool, and the stench of rotten fish invaded his nostrils. Okay, now you will notice right at the end here, when I start talking about inside the cave, what I've actually done is I've stolen some of the best bits of my description from yesterday's lesson. You should do that too. Okay, you worked really hard to do a really good description in Tuesday's lesson, so use the best bits now. Okay, I could go on to use a few more sentences at the end of what I've done today from yesterday's work, but what I would be doing is just copying them. As long as they made sense, I would just need to copy from yesterday's work into my work for today. Okay, again, I've got lots of fronted adverbials in there. Quickly but nervously, that's telling me how he'd done something. When he reached the caves, that's telling me when something happened. Cautiously, that's telling me again how something has happened. And then I've got a prepositional phrase, inside, that also needs to be followed by a comma. I've got lots of commas in a list of adjectives, so soft, damp sand, okay, cool, dark caves. So make sure you're using everything that we've been doing over the last few days to put into this description. Okay, I can't wait to see what you come up with.